All right, let's talk about the incredible, invisible war happening inside you every single day.
It all starts with something simple, like a small cut. For you, it's really just an annoyance. But for your cells, it's a catastrophic invasion. Bacteria swarm in to steal your resources. Your injured cells scream for help, releasing chemical signals that awaken your immune system's first responders. First on the scene are the macrophages. They're huge, kind of like rhinos, and start swallowing invaders whole. But wow, there are way too many enemies. The macrophages send out a signal calling for backup, fast. And who answers the call? The neutrophils. These are basically intense suicide warriors that live to kill. They go all out, vomiting deadly chemicals, and then exploding into DNA nets to trap the enemy. Your body floods the area with fluid, which you see as swelling. This brings silent killers to the fight. But what happens if the invaders are just too strong, if this first wave isn't enough? This is where the dendritic cell shines. It acts as an intelligence officer, collecting enemy samples. It leaves the battlefield and travels to your immune headquarters, the lymph nodes, to find a specific commander. It presents the enemy sample to tons of helper T cells, looking for the one with the perfect weapon. And after hours of searching, a match. It finds the one T cell that recognizes the specific invader. The activated T cell immediately starts cloning itself over and over, building a massive army. Now, what's really interesting is the army splits. One group rushes right back to the battlefield. They find those tired macrophages and give them a chemical boost, turning fatigue into a white-hot anger to kill. At the same time, the second T cell group activates another critical defense force, the B cells. These B cells are basically living factories, designed to produce billions of protein superweapons called antibodies. Once activated, get this, each B cell pumps out up to 2,000 antibodies every single second. This army of antibodies just floods the battlefield, clumping bacteria together and making them defenseless. And that's it. The tide has turned. The remaining soldiers can now easily finish off the invaders. A few cells stay behind as memory cells. This is what makes you immune to this bug for years. The wound heals up. For you, it was just a slight annoyance. For them, a battle for survival. And that was just from one cut. Can you imagine what other wars you're winning every single second?